What if you want to turn your home into more than just the investment it already is? What about some sort of income from, say, renting a room out? We've brought in Kurt Franke to talk another side of real estate, talking about renting a room. What does that do to you both with taxes, with zoning? What happens there, Kurt?
Well, I think those are some of the issues you do have to be concerned with when you rent a room. And some of them can work out favorably, and some of them you really want to be careful with. For instance, you're talking taxes. Can I now write off a portion of my home as a business? You're talking homeowners insurance. Am I now covered, or is my tenant covered for homeowners for an accident or something of that effect? And then, of course, zoning. And you want to think about, can I actually do this under the current ordinances in the town?
All right, and you should have, and as you always say, I'm not an accountant, so I don't know this, but you will have write-off elements, say if you have to change the locks on that part of your home, for example. Those things have to be able to be taken into account, right?
That's right, and it's definitely a question you want to ask your CPA. But one of the considerations is if you wanted to repaint that room or recarpet that room, and that room's being used as a rental area of your home, you potentially have a write-off for those expenses at that point.
Now, is there an instance or a possibility that this would not become covered under your homeowner's insurance?
Yes, there definitely is. Homeowner's insurance usually covers injuries, for instance, to guests, or if, God forbid, the house burns down, or there's some other calamity in the home, the renter's portion of property that they have in their own room is probably not going to be covered under that policy.
Really?
So if you're drafting a lease agreement with that renter, and you always should do that, you want to make sure that they have a requirement to get renter's insurance for themselves and their own property.
Gotcha. So in other words, you want to make sure that it's not just the dwelling that's covered, but truly everything that's within.
That's correct. You want to make sure that they cover themselves and don't come looking to you. An injury to that tenant may also not be covered. That depends upon, the language of the policy.
And to sit down with you to make sure that you have a good renter to tenant agreement in place. That's probably something that somebody would want to sit down with you about.
Yeah, I definitely think you want to talk with an attorney before you do that, and go ahead and get a rental agreement in place so that you know where they stand and they know where you stand.
And who owes what when, right?
Yep,
just
exactly
that simple.
Right.
If you want to sit down with Kurt, it's real easy. How they get a hold of you, Kurt?
You can call me at 827-6100, or look me up on my website. It's LOCAF, L-O-K-A-F, as in law offices, KurtAFranke.com.
Talking about just another side of the legal side of real estate. I've got everything sort of tied up today, but it's actually a great topic, making sure that a renter is covered within your home.
Absolutely.
Very good. Thanks, Kurt.
Thank you.